This video is a um, algebra review video for one of the homework problems. I'm going to run through how to solve it, and hopefully you already know how to solve this, but there's a couple ways here. We can do it the long way if we forget a formula, or if we remember a simple formula we can do it a little bit faster. I'm going to go with the fact that I don't remember the formula. So to simplify these two, we want to subtract these two quantities. Unfortunately, they're not the same quantity, so we can't just subtract them. If they were, we'd get 0 anyway. So the first step we're going to do is we're going to look at this first quantity here. And if you notice, it's in this format of a plus b squared, right? Where 2x here is the a term, 7y is the b term, right? So we have a plus b squared. What happens when you do this is you get a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. If you remember that, you know it's quick. You can plug it in. If you don't remember it, it's not a big deal. It's pretty easy to. We've all learned how to do this in algebra to distribute the terms. So I'm going to work on this first term. So I write everything out as long as I can, note every step. That way I don't make mistakes. Right? The more steps you skip or you think you can skip, the more likely you are to make a mistake. I've lost tons of points in math classes by not writing everything out. So I find that the time it saves me in not writing it out is not worth the points lost. So squared just means times itself, right? So we've got 2x plus 7y times 2x plus 7y. So what we do is we take this first term, multiply it by the first term. Then we multiply it times first times the second term. Then we take the second term, multiply it by the first term, and the second term, and finally multiply it by the second term of the second portion. So when we do all this, we get 2x times 2x, so we get 4x squared. Then we take 2x and multiply it by 7y. So we're going to have 14xy. Then we're going to do 7y times 2x. Seven y times 2x. I should have multiplied that out. Let me erase that. So that'd be another 14xy, right? So we can see already from what's happening here where our equation comes from. We've got 2ab because we did 2x, which is we could call a, times 7y, which we call b. Then we have to do it again. We take b times a. So we have 2ab. So that's where that part of that formula comes from. So now we're going to do the final term, 7y times 7y. So now all we have to do is simplify this. There aren't too many like terms, right? There's 14xy and 14xy. So we have 4x squared plus 28xy plus 49y squared. So that's our first term. Now we have to look at the second term, 2x minus 7y squared. And we're going to have to either use our formula or go term by term like we did before. And we should get something that looks like so we get, for the second term, using the same algorithm or way we do things, we get 4x squared minus 28xy plus 49y. So now we want to take our first term, what we found, 4x squared plus 28xy plus 49y squared. And we have to come over here and subtract our second term, right? So I'm going to rewrite that. So we have 4x squared plus 28xy plus 49y squared minus our second term, right? This guy right here. So 4x squared minus 28xy plus 49y squared. Right, so we're going to distribute this negative sign through here. So we're going to flip all the signs. So we'll end up with 4x squared plus 28xy plus 49y squared minus 4x squared plus 28xy and minus 49y squared. Right? So now we're going to combine all the terms, and we're going to look for all of our x squareds first. So I have an x squared here. I have 4x squared minus 4x squared. Right? So that's going to cancel. Then I've got 28xy. So those I'm going to add. So we've got the 28xy plus 28xy. And finally here, let's look, our next term we're going to look for is the y squared. So we've got 49y squared minus 49y squared. Those are going to cancel. So what we're left with is 28xy plus 28xy equals 56xy. And that's our simplified answer.